Hey everybody, Amberlea with Plant Joy, and it's really important to me to share my why on why I'm a plant-based food health educator, why I encourage so many people to try and make dietary changes, and why I'm just a huge champion of a plant-based regimen. One, because I completely know that it helps save my life. Two, it can save your life. Three, it can save the life of someone who you really care about. We all know someone who's had cancer, died of cancer. We all know someone who's had heart disease, had a terrible heart attack. What about type 2 diabetes? Somebody's lost a leg, amputation from a disease that doesn't need to exist. And so I wanted to take a moment today to really just kind of nerd out and talk to you guys about some of the facts. So I'm a certified Food for Life instructor with the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. We teach the power plate. And the power plate is fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes, which are our peas, and some nuts in there from time to time. And these items prevent disease, have so much fiber, nutrients, vitamins, and that they not only prevent disease, but they fight disease. And so I just wanted to read a couple stats to you and talk to you about a few reasons that you might consider a plant-based diet or regimen in your household. So some really, it's a growing epidemic, right? We have a healthcare crisis on our hand. 1 in 2 people will have cancer in their lifetime. Heart attacks are happening. Obesity, we are morbidly obese as a country. Like morbid means dead, near dead. So we really got to check ourselves. So some of the things that I just wanted to talk to us about today. So there are 82.6 million people in the United States that have one form of cardiovascular disease. If you didn't hear that right, 82.6 million people that have had some type of cardiac event in the United States, just in the US. More than 1.5 million new cancer cases are diagnosed every year. 1.5 new people will be diagnosed, are gonna hear, you have cancer. And I already heard those words and they suck, let me tell you. An estimated 25.8 million Americans have diabetes already. We're talking about type 2 diabetes predominantly. And another, get this, 79 million Americans are pre-diabetic. To me, that's 79 million people who we can turn that ship around. We can save their lives. We can help point their ship in a different direction and put them on a different course. A course toward longevity, a course toward happiness and health. 79 million pre-diabetics. Whoa, that blows my mind. All right, one third of the American population has high blood pressure. That's not good. That's predominantly our salt, lack of activity, high fat, high salt, high sugar in the standard American diet. The prevalence of obesity among children, our little baby, tomorrow's leaders. Those children, the prevalence of obesity in the United States is more than tripled. 1, 2, 3, tripled in 30 years. We are killing our children. We are not helping them to be wonderful. And so what I want is us to wait. Let's put the brakes on. Enough about the sad stuff. We know enough people who've been sick. What are we doing about it? How do we turn that ship around? How do we right the wrong? And how do we do better? And the first thing I want you to do is I just want you to entertain the idea of eating more plants in your diet. Because the more plants you have, the more fiber is going to be in your belly. The more fiber in your belly, you're going to feel full. And the more fiber is going to help reduce cholesterol in your body. It's going to help remove excess toxins from your body. And if you're someone like me who's had breast cancer, it will help remove excess hormones like estrogens, progesterone in my body that can help fuel disease. And I don't want any of that. So that's where we are as a society. We need to turn the ship around. And so I want you to know that eating plants, more plants, can be a good way for you to set on your course. So what can a plant-based diet do? Everything that I'm talking to you about is evidence-based, rooted in science. I didn't just go grab a book from some yoo-hoo and just read it and come and spout this off. I wanted you to know that evidence is there, the science, there is so much data now that says plants can reverse and prevent disease. So the first thing, did you know plant-based diet can prevent and reverse type 2 diabetes? There's one reason to start right now. You don't have to live with diabetes forever. You just need to change what you're eating. Did you know that a plant-based diet can help you lose up to 10% of your body weight? So if you go on a plant-based diet for 1 year, you'll probably lose about 10% of your body weight. It's a good chance if you stick with it. It's, if you weigh 200 pounds, 20 pounds in a year, Woo! That's significant difference. What else can it do? It can lower your blood pressure. That's gonna help prevent a heart attack or a stroke, right? What about the big one? Heart disease. It can prevent. It means you don't ever have to have a coronary event. It can reverse the disease. If you already have it and you don't want to have another stent or you don't want to have open heart surgery, change what you put on your fork and I guarantee you're going to change the way you feel. How about this one? Reduces your risk of Alzheimer's disease. We now see a lot of science indicating that they're still early in the research, but the early indicators are showing that we can reduce our risk of dementia and Alzheimer's, or at least reduce the symptoms if we're already been diagnosed with one of these diseases. One of my favorites, reduce your cancer risk by 40%. Where's the number? There it is. So, I needed chemo, I needed radiation, and I've had 8 surgeries to my chest. Nobody was telling me 40%. So I did all those treatments and I changed my diet. So if I get, say, 20% for my chemo and I get 30% for my surgeries, 40% for my diet, you can see how that adds up to a lifelong of maybe feeling a little bit healthier, maybe feeling a little bit more secure that you might not have recurrence of disease. So if it can reduce your blood pressure, help you lose weight, prevent and reverse heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and reduce your risk of cancer, what are you waiting for? Get out there. Try something different. Save your life. Save somebody else's life. I dare you. From now, keep doing great, and I'll see you next time. Keep planting joy, everybody.